respective ratio of radii of two right circular cylinders are A and B, 2:3. The respective ratio of volumes of cylinders is given as 8:15. Right, what is the respective ratio of the height? Come on, volume formula. Pi r square h by r1 square h1 by pi r2 square h2. Pi cancel, right? So volume ratio is given as 8:15. 8/15. R1 square 4. R2 square 9. So you can calculate height ratio. So 2 times, 3 times and then 5 times. 6:5. Fourth option I think. Must be 6:5. Next 32. Suri gave 25% of her monthly salary to her mother from the remaining salary, which is 75%. She spent 15% towards rent, 25% she kept aside for her monthly expenses. 40% is over. 40% of 75%. So 40% of 75%. How much is that? See, out of 75%, 10% is 7.5. Double 15. Again double 30. Subtract 30 from this. You will get 45. This is what remaining with us, with her. The remaining amount she kept in a bank account. The sum of the amount she kept in bank and that she gave to her mother was 42,000. For her mother she gave 25%, and amount kept in bank 45%. Together it is 70%, which is equal to 42,000 given in the question. It asked about monthly salary. Be careful. Sometimes you may be asked to calculate yearly salary, annual salary. Information is monthly salary, but you may be asked to calculate yearly salary. 100% is equal to how much? 6 times and then 2 zeros, 600 and then 2 zeros, 60,000. Next, 33. There are 6 consecutive odd numbers. The difference between the square of average of first 3 numbers and the square of average of last 3 numbers is 288. What is the last odd number? You are asked about last odd number. Okay. Right. You have 6 odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Average of first 3 numbers will be second number. Average of last 3 numbers will be this number. So if it is x, next number would be x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. X plus 6 whole square minus x square. This is what given in the question. Difference of average of first 3 numbers square and average of last 3 numbers square. This is given as 288. And you are asked to calculate last odd number. So this is x plus 6 and you are asked about x plus 8. If x plus 8 is 31, x plus 6 would be 29. And subtract 6 from this, you will get 23. Just verify whether this condition satisfies or not. Or else you have to solve linear equation. X square gets cancelled. You will have 36 here and then 12x here, which is equal to 288. 12x is equal to, subtract 36 here, you will get 252. X is equal to 21. If x is equal to 21, you are asked about x plus 8, that is 29. Last odd number is 29. One way is verification, the other way is solving the equation. It's up to you. Raman invested P rupees for 2 years in scheme A, which offers 20% compound interest compounded annually. He lent the interest earned from scheme A to Shub at the rate of 7.5% per annum simple interest. If at the end of 2 years Shub gave 3,036 rupees to Raman and thereby repaid the whole amount, which is actual loan and interest, what is the value of P? You are asked about P value. Okay. Let's start with 100%. Raman invested 100% for 2 years at compound interest at the rate of 20% per annum. So 2 years together he will get 44% interest. He lent the interest earned from scheme A, which is 44%, to Shub at the rate of 7.5%, and at the end of 2 years, 2 years in the sense, every year you will get 7.5%, for 2 years you will get 15%. 10% of this number is 4.4, half is 2 and half 2.2, so total it is 6.6. So this is amount that Shubh got and interest paid by Shubh is 6.6. So total he is going to return 50.6 rupees, which is equal to 3036. He asked about 100%, which is equal to how much? 50.6, near about 50% approximately, which is 2 times of the number. 2 times of this number is 6072. Answer should be a round figure, so 6000. You can even verify it. 50% is 3000. 1% is 600. 0.1% is 60. 10% is 600. 1% is 60. 0.1% is 6. 0.6% in the sense 6 into 6. 36. Satisfied. Next 35. A vessel contains a mixture of milk and water in the respective ratio 10:3. So how many parts we have? 13 parts. 26 liters of this mixture was taken out. In the sense, from 10 parts you have to subtract 20 liters, and from 3 parts you have to subtract 6 liters. Because the quantity that you are going to take, 26 liters, also must be in the same ratio, 10:3. As you have 13 parts equal to 26 liters, each part carries 2 liters. So as we have 10 parts here, you need to subtract 20 here, and from 3 parts you need to subtract 6 liters. Right. So 26 liters of mixture is taken out and replaced with 10 liters of water. Water, how much water we have? 3 parts minus 6. And to this quantity you are adding 10 liters. Right. Now the mixture was 5:2 ratio. What was the initial quantity of the mixture in the vessel? Right. So 10 parts minus 20 by 3 parts plus 4 is equal to 5/2. Solve the equation, you will get 1 part value. After that you need to calculate 13 parts value. But before this you can verify one condition. If you have only one 13 multiple, that will be your answer. Because you need to calculate 13 parts total quantity, right? Initial quantity, which is 13 parts. 20 parts minus 40, 15 parts. Here you have 20 parts and right hand side you have 15 parts. That is going to be 5 parts is equal to. Here we have 20. Minus 40 goes to right hand side, becomes plus 40. That will be 60. So from this try to get 13 parts value. 3, 5, 12 times. 13, 12 times. 144 plus 12, 156. If you want to verify it from options, first of all your answer must be a 13 multiple. And at the same time, from the initial quantity you are taking 26 liters and then again you are adding 10 liters. So overall effect is you are taking 16 liters out. So if you take 156, this is 13 multiple, and from 156 after subtracting 16 it becomes 1 initial quantity is 156, and from this you are taking 26 liters out and then you are adding 10 liters, effect will be minus 16. So remaining quantity is 140. Final quantity is 140, and it must satisfy the rule 5:2 condition. In the sense this number must be 7 multiple also. Elimination. What is your first option? I'll tell you. 143. Right. This is 13 multiple? Yes. From 143 if you subtract 16, from this number if you subtract 16, what is that you'll get? Subtract 13 and then again you can subtract 3, right? 127. Is this 7 multiple? This cannot be your answer. Forget about it. 182. Subtract 16 from this number. How much you will get? 166. 166. Is 166 7 multiple? No. This cannot be your answer. Subtract 16 from this number, you will get 114. 114 is also not a multiple of 7. Subtract 16 from this number, you will get 140. 140 is 7 multiple. Subtract 16 here. 153. 153 is not a multiple of 7. Don't need to do it. You can verify it from options also. Clear? Next. At present, Ami's age is twice Bip's age and Cam is 2 years older than Ami. 2 years ago, the respective ratio between Bip's age at that time and Cam's age at that time was 4:9. What will be Ami's age 4 years hence? Let's say we have 3 persons, Ami, BIP and then Cam. If BIP's age is X, Ami's age becomes 2X. And Cam is 2 years elder to A. That is 2X plus 2. This is present age. Respective ratio, when was that? 2 years ago. 2 years ago in the sense BIP's age becomes X minus 2. And then Cam's age 2X plus 2 minus 2. 2X. Ratio is given as 4:9. 9X, 8X. 8X comes to left hand side, that becomes X. You have minus 18 here, that goes to right hand side, becomes plus 18. So X is equal to 18. You are asked about Ami's age after 4 years. Present age of Ami is 36. After 4 years, in the sense you need to add 4 here. So that will be 40 years. Next 37. A is thrice as efficient as B. A started working and after 4 days he was replaced by B. B then worked for 15 days and then left. A and B together finished 75% of the total work. In how many days B alone can complete the work? Right. So now, to complete 75% of the work, A worked for how many days? 4 days. A worked for 4 days and then B worked for 15 days. And you are given comparison between A and B. A's efficiency and then B's efficiency. To complete 100% of the work, you are asked about the total time taken by B to complete 100% of the work. Now, they said A is thrice as efficient as B. If A completes some work in 1 day, to complete the same work by B, he will take 3 days. A worked for how many days? So 4 days of A's work is equal to 12 days of B's work, right? 12 days of B's work and 15 days of B's work together 27 days. So to complete 75% of the work, B took 27 days. To complete 100% of the work, time taken by B is. You need to add 1/3. 1/3 of this number. 1/3 of this number, 25. If you add 25, you will get 100. 1/3 of this number, 9. 27 plus 9, 36. So B can complete the total work in 36 days. A can complete this work in 12 days because A is 3 times as efficient as B, right? Yes or no? So he will take 1/3 of the time taken by B. Ante kada? Next. $38. A started a business by investing 25,000 at the end of 4th month. From the start of the business, B joined with 15,000, and at the end of 6th month from the start of the business, C joined with 20,000. If A's share in the profit at the end of the year was 7,750, what was total profit received? Right. A invested 25,000 and was there in the business for 12 months. B started with 15,000 and joined after 4 months. 4 months. So he will be there for 8 months. And C joined with 20,000. C joined after 6 months from the start of the business. So he will be there for 6 months. This is going to be their profit sharing ratio. Cancellation with 10. How much is this? 25 10 times 250, 25 2 times 50 again. So total it is 300. 15 8 times. 15 10 times minus 15 2 times. 150 minus 30, 120. This is also 120. 0, 0, 0. Cancellation with 6. 5 is to 2 is to 2. So A receives 5 parts here and total 9 parts is our total profit. And 5 parts is equal to 7,750. You are asked about 9 parts. Okay? You can do one thing. Take 2 times of this number. How much will you get? 10 parts. And from this subtract 1/5 of 5 parts. You will get 1 part. 10 parts minus 1 part, 9 parts answer. 2 times of this number, 7500 plus 250, let's say like this. 7500 plus 250, 7500 2 times, 15,000. 250, 250, 500. So 15,500, and from this you need to subtract 1/5. 1/5 of this number, let it be 7,500. 7,500, 1/5 of that value, 1,500. 250, 1/5 of the number, 50. Yes, 1,550. Need to subtract 1,550. 15,000 minus 1,000, 14,000. 500 minus 550. If you subtract 500 again, you need to subtract 50. That will be 13,950 is our total profit. Next, the cost price of the item B is 150 more than the cost price of item A. Item A was sold at a profit of 10%, item B was sold at a loss of 20%. If the respective ratio between selling prices of item A and B is 11:12, what is the cost price of B? You're asked about cost price of B. Let's say cost price of A is A. And we are selling item A at a profit of 10%. 10% profit in the sense 110%. Can I treat it as 1.1 times of A? 110% in the sense 1.1 only, right? Next. And cost price of B is 150 rupees more than cost price of A. A plus 150. And we are selling item B at a loss of 20%. 20% loss is equal to 80%. Let us write 80% as 0.8. And the ratio is equal to 11:12. Let it be 11/12. Multiply numerator and denominator with 10, then you will get this much. 11 cancel. This is 2 times and this is 3 times. 3A is equal to 2A plus 300. A is equal to 300. But you are asked about B. B is equal to 450. 150 more than A. Next, 40 in a bag, there are 6 red balls, 9 green balls. Total you have 15 balls. 2 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability that at least 1 ball is red? At least 1 ball red out of 2. So, you can say, you need to calculate probability of getting 1 red and then 1 green. And probability of getting 2 red. You need to add these 2 values. Or else, 1 minus probability of getting no red. Out of 2 balls, if you are expecting no red balls, means both the balls must be green color. Out of 15 balls, you can select 15 C2 ways, total probable ways, total outcomes. And out of that, you are expecting 2 green balls. You have total 9 green balls, out of that 9 C2. Nine into 8 by 15 into 14. I think you can do it. (41 to 45). Data related to number of students enrolled for a vocational course in 2 institutes during 5 years. A and B. Numbers are also given. In y-axis we have subdivision also. In y-axis we have subdivision for 0 to 55 subdivisions we have, right? So, should be easy one. If you want me to explain, I will. Any particular question? 41. In 2009, 65% of the students enrolled in Institute B were male. 65% of Institute B. So, Institute B has 240 members. So, 65% of 240 are males who are from school B. Next. If the respective ratio between the number of male students enrolled in school A and B in 2009 was 3:4. So, this is 4 parts. There are going to be 3 parts. Male ratio is given as 3:4 for A and B. What was the number of male students enrolled in Institute A in that year? Right. Forget about 65%. I have 4 here. 4 how many times is 240? 4 how many times is 240? 60 times. 360 times. So you need to calculate 65% of 180. Or 180% of 65. 200% of this number is 130 minus 20%. If 200% is 130, 20% is 13. Answer is 117. Calculation, it is right. 117. Next, any other question? Any other question? Ma? 43. Yeah, I'll come to 44 after 43. The number of students enrolled in Institute A in 2011 is what percent of that enrolled in Institute B in the same year? A in 2011, how much? 90. 90 is what percent of students enrolled from school B? School B we have 160. Percentage, right, into 100. 50% of this number. And how much is our numerator? 90. So you need to add 10 here. Then it becomes 90. Yes? Now you need to identify 10 forms what percent here. Using 80, if you divide 80 with 8, then you will get 10. Divide 50 with 8. 6 times 6 8 is 48 and then 2 remainder. 2 by 8, which is 1 by 4. So 56, 1 by 4% answer. $56.25. Next, 44. If the number of enrolled students in Institute A in 2013 is 25%, 2013. Institute A is 2013 is 25% less than in 2014. How many students were enrolled in Institute A in 2014? Right. So, let's say in 2014 we have 100%. And in 2013 they are 25% less, so becomes 25%. This is with respect to school A. 2013 school A, how much is that? 330. 75% is equal to 330. You asked about 100% is how much? You need to add 1/3 of this number. 1/3 of this number is 25. Add 1/3 here, you will get 100. Add 1/3. 1/3 of this number is 110. Add 110 here, you will get 440. Next. Ma? Any other question? $46. Approximations 97 divided by 33 plus 15 into 8. 33 near about how many times? 3 times. 15 8 times. 120. 123. Next. 47. Addition only. Add 30 here. 845. 845 minus 54 divided by 9. 6 times, right? So you need to subtract 6, then it becomes 839 near about 840. 840. $48. 42 into 5. How much is that? 210. If you want to multiply number with 5, multiply it with 10, you will get 420. Make it half, 210. Don't do it with 5. do it like into 10 by 2, into 10 420 by 2, 210, minus under root 17, 4 15 times 60, unity subtract 60, answer is near about 150. Okay, next 49. What percent of 750 into 35 divided by 7? What percent of 750 into 35 divided by 7 is equal to 3000? 7 how many times? 5 times. Okay, right. 752 times 1500, double 3000. So 750, this is 4 times. So I can say 5% of x is equal to 4, 100% of x is equal to 20 times, right? 80 answer. A percent of B or B percent of A, one and the same. 5% of x or x percent of 5, whatever it is. You are asked about x value, which is 100% of x. I can treat x as 1 into x, also 100% of x. Next, 40% of this number divided by 40% of 360 divided by 60% of some number, which is equal to 12. First of all, percentage cancel. 60 6 times, 2 times, 20 times, x is equal to 20. Right, 51 to 55, quadratic equation. See, if you want to do it like this is A and this is C, right? And try to write those numbers as product of two numbers. I can write as 3 into 5, and I have only 1, that is 1 into 1. If you want to have combination, that will be either rainbow multiplication or alternate numbers. If you take alternate numbers here, that is 3 and 5. 3 plus 5, 8. And then next numbers, A and C values, 3 and then 8. I can write 3 as 3 into 1, but I can write 8 as 2 into 4 or 1 into 8. Many ways are there, let's do it. Let me write it as 2 into 4. Let me first verify rainbow multiplication. 12, 2. 12 plus 2, 14. Okay? So like that, always try to write your numbers A and C as product of two numbers, and then verify either rainbow multiplication or alternate numbers combination. You will get it definitely. 56 to 60. 57. So here we have total number of students who have enrolled for the coaching institute and percentage of students who have enrolled for the given coaching institute from the different schools. 57. In coaching institute D, 42% are female. 42% of what? 250. So I can even write that as 250% of 42. 250% in the sense 200% plus 50%. 200% of 42 is 84, and half of 42 is 21. Add 21 here, that becomes 105. So female are 105 and obviously male will be 145 because total is 250. And then if 20% of the total female are from Q, 20% of this, 10% is 10 and a half, 20% is 21. And then what is the number of male students from school Q who have enrolled for coaching institute D? From school Q for coaching center D, what percent have enrolled? 10% of what? 25. Out of 25 you already have 21 female here, remaining will be 4 4 male students. And now look at your question. And your question says, what is the number of male only, right? 4. Next, 58. In coaching institute B, the total number of students who have enrolled from school P and R together is what % less than the total number of students enrolled from Q and S together? P and R together, Q and S together. All those percentage values are calculated on same number, right? So you don't need to take separate values. Though if you want to convert it number, you'll get the same number because your starting number is 100. Instead of 100, even though if you have any other number, don't go for conversion. Take those numbers as it is. P and R together, 45. The other will be 55. 45 and then 55. 45 is how much less here? 10 less. That of 55. You asked about percentage, so into 100. 10% of this number, 5.5. 20% of this number, 11. But you have 10 here. So 10 is less than 11. So answer must be less than 20%. I need to subtract 1 from this number, so it becomes 10. 10% of this number is 1.1. 10% of this number is 2% here. If you subtract, then 18% is going to be 9.9. But your numerator is 10. So answer is more than 18 but less than 20. But 18% is 9.9. You need to calculate 10, which is just above 9.9. So hence answer will be just above 18%. Look at your options. How many are there? Only one. 18 2 by 11%. Okay? Next. 60. What is the respective ratio between the total number of students who have enrolled for coaching institute A and C together from school P and the total number of students who have enrolled for the same coaching institute together from school Q? This is for P and Q. P and Q. A and C. Numerator is for P and then denominator is for Q. A and C, right? Out of 80 from school P, what % have participated? 25%. 25% of this number, 20. And then 32% of 200, 64. 64 plus 20, 84. First option cannot be your answer. Second can be your answer. Third can be your answer. Fourth also. Okay, fine. And for Q, 20% have participated. 20% of 80, 16. 20% of this number, 40. 48, 16, 56. Cancellation with 7, I think. Amma? Cancellation with, for timing, let's do it with 7. 7, this will be 12 times and this is 8 times. So 3 by 2, 3 is to 2 answer. (61 to 65). 60. 65. Before that, any question? 60. 62. Right. Difference of these two numbers? How much? And here 18. If you have some number here, then you can understand something. So it is purely guess. Let me take some number here, 25. If I have 25 here, difference would be, and here decreased, right? And then again increasing. Here I have 5, then 4, and then 11, and then 18. So it must be increasing order. It must be in increasing order. Difference between 20 and 29 is 9. So this number must be definitely either 24 or less than that. Then only you will get increasing order. Difference in increasing order, right? So do you have 24 here? Let me verify 24. If I have 24, difference is 4 here and here it is 5. No rule. Let me go for difference of difference. 1, 6, 7. No rule. So 24 cannot be your answer. Next number 23. If it is 23, difference here it is 3 and here it is 6. Difference is 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. Odd numbers, or you can say prime numbers. Whatever. 65, come in. 65 into half plus 1. 10 into half 5 plus 1. 6 into 1 plus 2. 8. 8 into 1 and a half plus 3. 8 1 and a half times 12. 12 plus 3. 15 into 2 plus 4. Next number would be into 2 and a half plus 5. 34 2 and a half times. 34 2 times 68. Half of 34 17, which is 85, plus 5 90. Okay, Amma? 64. Difference? I. 32, 20, 11, 5. Again difference? 12, 9, 6. Difference of 3, 3, 3. Next must be 3. So 11 minus 6 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. 22 minus 5 is 17. 17 minus 2 is 15. Okay?